What happens when one of the most talked about college quarterbacks, the son of an NFL legend, enters the league with all eyes on him, only to stumble right out of the gate? The story of Shedeur Sanders is not just about football. It's about identity, humility, and fighting for a place in a world where nothing is guaranteed. From draft day disappointment to locker room leadership, Shedeur's NFL journey is already making headlines, not for flashy plays, but for how he's handling adversity. This is the story of a young man refusing to let a rough beginning define his legacy. And if you think this is just about a jersey number, think again. Shedeur Sanders was expected to be one of the breakout stars of the NFL draft. With his college days at Jackson State and Colorado marked by dazzling performances, strong leadership, and the unmistakable swagger inherited from his father, NFL Hall of Famer Deion Sanders, it seemed inevitable that Shedeur would hear his name called early. But the NFL doesn't operate on expectations. It's a ruthless, unpredictable beast. And for Shedeur, draft weekend didn't unfold like the fairy tale many imagined. As round after round passed, name after name was called. Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Tyler Show, Jalen Milroe, and even Dillon Gabriel. All quarterbacks he had outshone at times, all picked before him. The fall to the 5th round was shocking. And yet what truly defines a player in this league isn't when you get drafted, it's what you do once you're in. Landing with the Cleveland Browns could have been the start of a quiet transition. But it didn't take long before Shedeur found himself facing his first NFL hurdle, one that, on the surface, might seem trivial, but in reality struck at the heart of his personal brand and confidence, the jersey number. Throughout college, Shedeur wore the number 2. It wasn't just a digit stitched on fabric, it was a part of his identity, a symbol of the journey he'd taken, the legacy he carried, and the fire that fueled his game. But when he arrived in Cleveland, that number had already been claimed by veteran receiver DeAndre Carter. And instead of pushing for it, instead of making a fuss or demanding preferential treatment as a high-profile rookie, Shedeur did something few expected. He stepped aside. With quiet confidence and clear respect for the team hierarchy, Shedeur Sanders accepted the change. He chose the number 12 as his new identity, and in a classy move, he addressed his fans directly, asking them to now refer to him as 12 instead of 2. It might not seem like much to the casual fan, but for someone whose brand is deeply tied to his name, style, and story, it was a significant decision. It showed humility, maturity, and an understanding that earning respect in the NFL doesn't start with what's on your back, it starts with what you bring to the team. And even before playing a single down, Shedeur began showing what he brings. In the locker room during rookie minicamp, a video surfaced that captured a subtle but powerful moment. His teammate, running back Quinshon Judkins, was recording a video, casually sitting around. Shedeur's voice can be heard in the background, telling him, "Bro, put on your socks. You gotta show the stripes." At first, it might sound like simple locker room banter. But dig deeper, and it's a glimpse into the type of leader Shedeur is trying to become. In the NFL, every detail matters, even down to the way you wear your uniform. Players can be fined or disciplined for not following team gear policies. Shedeur wasn't just making a joke. He was setting a tone. Respect the game, respect the rules, respect the team, and it's clear the Browns have taken notice. Despite being a 5th-round pick, Shedeur has impressed early. Reports from rookie minicamp suggest he's outperformed Dillon Gabriel, the same quarterback drafted before him and now a teammate. The competition between them isn't just for depth, it's for survival. The Browns' quarterback room is loaded, and nothing is guaranteed. Joe Flacco, a Super Bowl champion with over a decade of experience, leads the group. Kenny Pickett, a former first-rounder still developing his game, is right behind him. And while Deshaun Watson remains the team's biggest name, his Achilles injury is expected to sideline him for the entire 2025 season. That leaves a small window of opportunity, and Shedeur knows it. But the clock is ticking. Organized team activities, or OTAs, are just around the corner, scheduled for May 27th and 28th, followed by sessions in early June and a mandatory minicamp from June 10th to June 12th. These are the only real chances Sanders and Gabriel will get to work with the full team before preseason kicks off. And when the lights come on, the pressure will only mount. Each of the Browns' 3 preseason games will serve as an audition, not just for making the final 53-man roster, but potentially for landing a spot elsewhere if cuts happen. Because in the NFL, everything is fluid. If Sanders shines, he could be in line for a backup role. If he stumbles, he could find himself fighting just to stay in the league. Still, there's something about Shedeur Sanders that suggests he's not just another rookie, he's been under the spotlight for years. He's carried the weight of his father's legacy, faced doubters at every level, and turned skepticism into fuel. The way he's handled his first NFL challenge, giving up his college number, stepping up as a vocal leader, staying humble while still competing fiercely, tells you more about his character than any stat sheet ever could. This is only the beginning of Shedeur Sanders' NFL story. But if his first steps are any indication, this isn't going to be a story of disappointment. It's going to be a story of growth, grit, and perseverance. He may not have had the perfect start. He may not wear the number he once called his own. But in the game of football, numbers don't win games. Heart does. And Shedeur Sanders has plenty of that, so keep your eyes on number 12. Because while others are focused on where he started, Shedeur is already focused on where he's headed. Don't forget to like this video, drop your thoughts in the comments, and subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns of the game behind the game. This is just the beginning, and you're going to want to be here for every step of the journey.